Guys and girls, we get requests on people wanting to know how we do the morning minutes and how we do our social media. So we thought today we'd show you our new Zoom room that we're building. Stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
A Zoom room.
A Zoom room. Are you ready for it? Exciting things are happening here at the Novak office.
Do you know what? I think past COVID, life's changed in offices, and people are often finding themselves in front of a camera with a microphone, and with the dog barking in the background sometimes.
That's very true.
And then so what we've done in our office is COVID forced us to do this even more, but we sort of dedicated an area of our offices to Zooming and to doing our social media. And people have asked me the question, what does it look like? How do you do it? How do you build it? So we're building a brand new one. So we thought you'd take you through the journey and show you a little bit about what we're doing today in our office. We've got builders, we've got electricians that are in there. So Anthony, where are you standing at the moment?
So at the moment, I am still out the front of the office in the little garden area. Can you see behind me? I'm just out the front of all of the stools by the bar, and I'm ready to show everyone a sneak peek of what will be our stunning new studio. But bear in mind, everyone, it still is a construction zone. There are builders about, and use a little bit of creativity to imagine what we're going through at the moment. So,
Anthony, you needed a hard hat.
Oh, I need the high vis as well. I don't have either of those things.
You need the high vis, you need the hard hat. So just to explain, guys, for people that haven't been to our office, our reception area is a bit like a hotel reception. So
I might just turn the phone around and give you a bit of a view, actually. One moment.
Sure.
All right.
There you go. So you walk in the front door there.
Yeah.
And then we're on a corner of a very, very busy main road. Upstairs, we've got our big super screen where we do promos and stuff like that on there. Then we've got a couple of different zones for sitting down. We call that the living room, dining room, garden. There's 3-4 kitchen. There's like 3-4 different areas. Lounger, the big chandelier. Coffee station, coffee bar. With salami and cheeses. There's milk crates in there as well, beautiful.
The best coffee machine on the planet.
The happiest and best coffee machine on the planet, right there for all customers. So all customers, mum's cakes that are there, rakia. So everyone that comes in gets a freshly made little biscuit with their coffee. Look at that. Bubba's biscuit. The list. What we got for sale. So it's all there. Now, as we turn left, we've got the most used area of the office. It's got some stuff on the table, but that's an 8-seater table, 10-seater to 8-seater table where we host most of our presentations. And when people coming in, if they're signing something, we generally sit at that table when people come in. And then what used to happen was we had a studio right next to this. And if someone was in the studio, we couldn't run that area, that busy table, because there was the loudspeaker, there was the camera, there was the lights. So what we've done is built a professional green room or Zoom room, which has been protected by that plastic there. So you can see the mystery builders and electricians behind there. But what they've actually done, so the room doesn't get dusty, they've built that wall temporarily while they're constructing an entire room behind. And Zant, let's go in and explain what we got.
Alrighty, are we ready for it? Sneak peek, everyone. Alrighty.
Say hi, boys.
Say hi, we're all live on TV right now. Working hard. Yeah, it's Mark on here. Oh,
Hey,
do you want a
Drive.
model? You can say hi. So what are we doing here this morning? Yeah. I'll turn the camera
Hey,
around.
Drive.
How you going, mate?
Camera.
Good, bud. You?
Yeah, good, mate. Get this done for you.
Are you having fun?
Boys are, yeah. Still under control.
Hey.
We ordered that. We ordered that AC controller. It's in.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, all good, man. I spoke to Jorko.
Okay, perfect.
All
So,
right.
the boys were removing the air conditioning and it broke. So they're just getting a new little unit for it. So, Drive, what electrical are you putting in?
I would think, what is it? What's this guy's name? Anthony? Is it Anthony?
Yep.
The builder? Anthony. He's marked it all out. Ceiling, power points, switches, lights, data cables, data down to a. Yeah, it's all done, man. Ducts, power for the fans, everything. Be all in today. We'll be all in by hopefully by lunch, and then he can sheet.
Yeah, stunning.
Hey,
Let's have a look around. Let's have a look around.
are you coming in today?
Yeah, I'll be there
All right,
in
no worries.
5.
Love you here anyway. Okay.
No, I'll be there
Alright, I'm
about
gonna
5-10
take the
minutes.
one.
Yeah, you go. I'll be there.
All right, Zan.
Hey, alright, I'm just flipping the camera around to the back camera so you can see a little bit more. Alrighty, here we go. So this is the space, and as you can see, it's quite tight for several people at the moment. But let's explain what's happening here. So I've just entered our brand new studio, and then we have the construction zone. So what I know is that there will be a really big window in this void here, meaning that when you're sitting from the presentation table, you'll be able to see straight into what will be our new super zoom room. Now, a little bit about the finishes inside. Mark, it's really interesting what you've designed for the interiors of this room. Do you want to explain a little bit about what finishes will be in the room?
It's all grass. It's going to be a grass ceiling, a grass floor, and a grass walls. Green.
Green, green, green. Now, not only will that look pretty special and very different, but it will actually really be good for all of the audio finishes within that Zoom room as well, and help with that reverb and the echoing of sound.
Yeah, so I was speaking with Lee Woodward, who's the master of building a studio. He was consulting. We'll chat about it. So all of those walls have been, if you look at those battens there on the walls, they've been specifically offset, those walls, those battens, so the noise transmission doesn't go through. And then we're using a special Gyprock which is a sound insulation Gyprock, and then it gets insulation again on those party walls. So there's 3 different methods of sound insulation that are happening between the inside and outside, so we don't get noise transmission when we're in that green room. So if you've just tuned in, we're building our green room at the moment. We're talking a little bit about what it's doing. So where that door opening is, Zant, where you're standing, that's going to be a glass door.
Yeah.
Not really good because sound bounces around. So the fake grass is really, really good, but the glass is not good. So we've only got a little bit of a glass door there.
Yeah.
Now that big opening window is going to be a canteen window.
That's this one here.
So it's like the boot of a car, or it's like a caravan canteen hot dog stand. So when that's opened, customers will see straight in. But when we're live, we pull that down and close that in, and you can only see into the room from the glass door that we were talking about before.
Very cool. And I think you were saying that there are curved edges to help with the sound as well, to help it bounce around. It's a little bit caravan-y inspired.
Yeah, so when you do a square edge on a green screen, it casts shadows. So you have to do all the walls, all the joins from the floor to the ceiling have to be rounded, and the ceiling to the wall have to be rounded. So we've taken off all of the square finishes and made them round, so they don't bounce around shadows in there. Now there's air conditioning there. We've had to air conditioning the studio because it seals up so tight. It's got to breathe. So the guys have putting air conditioning ducting all the way through in there, and then so the camera will go pretty much where you're standing, Xanth. And there's a track. There's 4 tracks on the ceiling that hold all the lighting and camera and keyboard and all that stuff. So there's these steel tracks that are coming in, which are gonna run all the way along that ceiling.
Well, it's all happening. And what do you think is the estimated completion time for this all to really be up and running?
A week.
A week? They've only just started this yesterday, guys. So in one day, look at how much they've achieved. The frames are in, everything's mapped out, and they're ready to start really firing away.
It's all there. It's going to be a good Zoom room. It's going to be an exciting Zoom room. So, and a lot of the hard stuff is actually pre-wiring for everything in this room. So building the room's one thing, but making sure you're building it for the right equipment, for all the equipment to go in, because it's sort of too late to put it in later. So there's literally 50 cables. Now, we've set up our temporary studio. Can we have a little look at that temporary studio so people can appreciate what has to go into this room?
Absolutely. Let me take you up to the office. I'm going to try and squeeze through one of these little holes here.
Yeah, so guys, just to explain why we need a Zoom room and a studio like this, we've got 40 odd people in our office, and what actually happens is we're often finding ourselves doing a lot of Zooming these days for presentations. So rather than meeting with the clients, we actually end up presenting to them. So we needed like good camera, good microphone, good speakers, so we can actually do that presentation with people. So then we've set up. We do use it every day. So we've set up a temporary Zoom room at the moment, which looks like this. So you got your soundboard, which is from who makes that? Rode.
Rode, yeah.
So all the mics go into the soundboard. So it's good quality sound. Make some noises. It's not plugged in at the moment, but that's it. So that's cool. Keyboard, PCs, so we can actually start throwing up. So if we're doing a presentation with clients, we need to throw the presentation up, and then we need to mirror that. We need to sort of step through that presentation page by page. So a PC needs to be there. Speakers, so you can hear the client. Good lighting needs to be in that room as well, so you're not, you look fairly, you don't have any shadows over your face. So there's one light there, but there's normally about 5 or 6. Camera, super duper camera, which does the camera work. And that's pretty much everything there. And that mic needs to push. Oh, there's a microphone there. I skipped the microphone. So there's your Rode mic. So there's a bit that goes into it. So all that stuff's got to fit, mount, and be into that new studio. And then we'll have 2 chairs. So when we present, we do it in 2 ways. You can do a seated presentation, which is obviously a longer one. And then normally a standing presentation is a better one. So a 5 or 10 minute presentation will be standing when we're doing a Zoom with a client or social media. And then we'll do a seating one if we're going to be on the phone for half an hour presenting, talking about the details of the sale in there. So that's everything. Should we scoot back downstairs, Xanth?
Yep. Let me take you downstairs. One moment.
So guys, that's our Zoom room that we're building at the moment. We can't wait to show you the finished product. And it's something that as a real estate we are using every single day. So we are that Zoom room probably gets used 3 to 4 times a day. And even I think salespeople like jumping in there on the phone because it's a nice quiet area.
I wasn't anticipating that. It gave me a fright.
What was it?
I wasn't anticipating that nail gun. It definitely gave me a fright.
Oh, I didn't hear it. It's
Oh, it was
powerful,
very
that
loud.
thing.
And so it's all happening here at the Novak office. I'm really looking forward to kicking things off in our brand new, like Lisa said, our brand new newsroom, broadcasting room, getting it live and up and running. Professional, it's sleek, much like all of us here at Novak.
So cool. So cool. It's going to be cool to see the finished product, eh?
Absolutely. Do you want to be in the morning minutes too? Look who it is.
Oh, there he is. Not another builder.
We're riddled with builders this morning.
Good morning.
This is the Scott Cam of Northern Beaches.
I've got the matching hairdo.
Yeah. How are you, Michael?
I'm good. And what's on the agenda this morning?
We did the meet our new studio. So we walked around the studio and talked about the studio. What do you think about the studio from an outsider's point of view?
I reckon it's really cool, and I think it draws a lot of attraction to your real estate agency, and everybody keeps talking about it every time they come past your office.
So one thing that I missed that you've just brought up is it is designed to visually suck you in a little bit. So the reason for that door that opens up like a canteen window is so people look in there and go, "What's happening in there?"
Well, that's exactly right, and I think the same thing when I walk past, and I've been on the camera in there before, so it's really cool. But even people that haven't been in here that I speak to see it from the outside, and they think it's really cool.
They ask about it.
They ask about it, exactly.
The world's changing.
The world is changing. We're changing the world one day at a time.
That's right, one day at a time.
The world is changing. Mate, you take care.
I better go and check that they're doing a good job.
All right, see you later.
Alrighty. Well, let's keep everyone updated next Thursday to see the progress of our new studio. But until then, calling it quits.
Au revoir. See you, everyone. Bye.